What's up, everybody? Frank Sriracha here, casting another Discovery Cup game. This is going to be round 4, game 2 of Gramps versus Dewalt. It's a VVV mirror matchup on Titan's Causeway. So right off the bat, we see both scouts doing their little scouty things. Going to check out each other's bases to see who's building what first. Dewalt breaking from the mirror matchup. Not going to do a mirror build, but turning out an early barracks, going barracks first. And the Bobs are overcharged, so they're not going to take all that much damage. These two Bobs, not doing a whole lot, slightly unemployed. Oh, he could have had this round over there. Meanwhile, Dewalt's scout is just going to chill. I think he's going to try and block. Yeah, because he scouted out there was no early racks. He knows that there's an early expand coming, so he wants to body block the four Bobs that are coming out here. Okay, he sees the four Bobs. Four Bobs recognize that he's gonna try and body block, and he's just gonna keep on trolling them basically. Oh, but they get the build off. Yeah, it's hard to judge, especially when you don't have the build menu up, exactly where that building radius is at. But the scouts certainly knew. It looks like they're repairing each other, or maybe that's just a visual bug. Yeah, he's not getting any life. They're not repairing each other. They're building the command post. So the command post is good. The scout's over here harassing that poor Lancer that just wants to farm this camp. And that camp is going to start regenerating if he doesn't get back there. Yep. You can see the HP starting to get back up. It's not worth your time trying to chase that scout, in my humblest of opinions, but that's what Dewalt's going to do. He's going to let one scout chase the other one. A full health Lancer is going to show up. Now, I've seen some players that will they won't A-move into the camp. They'll actually get their Lancer, give it as much surface area as they can get with the rest of the camp, so that way the arc of its swing, because it has a small AoE, it'll damage multiple creeps at the same time. Which is pretty useful, especially when you want to, in these very early stages where HP is such a commodity. You really want to conserve as much HP as you can, especially now that you just saw the opponent's scout come over with his super scan. But he's just going to chill inside of the health camp. And meanwhile, yep, we've got hogs coming out of the mech bay, and the scout's going to go over here and chew on the building. As dogs will tend to do, of course. What dog doesn't chew on buildings? I'm just noticing this, but as the dog travels over the short grass, he pushes the short grass out of the way. It's kind of cool. Okay, and then the two Lancers and a dog hit squad are almost done healing up. So I think they're going to take, they're going to take the Shadow Demons next. Meanwhile, over on Gramps' side, just a couple of Habs up. His BK lab is up. Does he have Exos out yet? Not just yet. Okay, so he is finishing off his second barracks in his main, which is probably smart. If the enemy manages to get through here, yeah, that would be a really bad day if they just got into the main and there's no SimCity of any kind at all. Meanwhile, Gramps completely pulls back his injured Lancer, so that this Lancer can go 2v1 against a couple of slimes. And I'm sure he'll be done sometime this week. Meanwhile, 2 Hedgehogs and a Scout, 3 Hedgehogs and a Scout, and 2 Lancers are going to come over to the Shadow Mastiffs? Shadow Brutes? What were they called again? Pretty sure it's Shadow Mastiffs. Yeah, Shadow Mastiffs. And they'll take the Speed Camp, which would be nice, actually, because Hedgehogs are already a pretty speedy unit, so going for this composition and getting even faster will be, it'll be a nice addition. Now is he going to try and snipe these Yep, he's going to snipe these Shadow Demons. Scout makes a howl. Any chickens named? I thought that was going to be a little Easter egg. No named chickens. Anyway, both Shadow Demons go down, and the camp is captured. I thought he was going to move out before it was captured. Oh, you can take such good fights, but with just, 3 Exos? Yeah, that's not good enough. And it looks like the Hedgehogs can just chill there, and yeah, siege that barracks up. Very interesting. So while they're sieged up, it's forcing the Bobs to repair, and the Bobs aren't... while they're doing that, the Bobs aren't mining, which is a bit of a nuisance, but it's giving Gramps enough time to build up an army that's going to go out and engage. I think he could have stayed there, or maybe like left one. Oh, that hedgehog is in range. Man, the range on the flat cannon is pretty good. Okay. Oh man, that is a lot of hedgehogs doing a lot of damage. One gets promoted to Veteran C2. Another Lancer goes down. Yeah, there goes the front line. There goes Gramps' front line. He's gonna keep on harassing this, harassing that PK lab. But he doesn't, he wants to stay out of range of the, flat cannon, and rightfully so. Guess he figures it's not worth his time, wants to go get money, go get experience for all of his units. Yeah, there's the Vet 3 Hedgehog. Doesn't completely capture the capture point. Go back and capture your capture point. Eat your Wheatie, eat your vegetables. Capture your capture points. Okay, so he does take that. Does have his second, his natural up and running. Gonna make a scrap, yep, making a scrapyard. He's got 2 more mech bays going down. I think he's going to double down on these hedgehogs, especially with how much damage he did to those lancers already. And if he's worried about his opponent going mech, well, or going Vulcan, yeah, the Quill rockets do bonus damage to heavy, which the Atlas certainly is, or the Atlas as well, but the Vulcan certainly is. But I don't see. We did see a mech bay. Okay. Alright, couple of medtechs, couple of lancers, whole bunch of exos that have been promoted kind of uniformly, which is nice. Let's see here. What's the I don't think it says, yeah, it doesn't give the EXP requirements for level 1 and level 2. But they want a little piece of the action as well. All these, oh, a Veteran C2, is he gonna live? I think he did get out of there alive. All those exos versus this one Piper, and they're just going to take that Therium camp. Easy peasy. EZ PZ. And now all the camps on the map have been taken. It's just a matter of contesting who wants what. That hedgehog start and stop noise is going to make my ears bleed, so I'm going to come over to Gramps' side. He's happily getting the energy upgrade, his top bar energy upgrade, as well as... oh, MedTech Master Training. Yeah, getting the System Shock upgrade, which is like Stim. Yeah, it's basically Stim from StarCraft 2, except only the MedTech can cast it on a certain unit. I don't think it gets multiple units at once. I could be wrong on that. I need to go back and check. Alright, Hedgehog's coming in for a hit and run on the Therium Bobs, but they're going to meet resistance right at the doorstep. So they're going to go back and capture the Vision Camp. So maybe they'll have a little bit better of an idea who's where. Oh, one Lancer versus all these Bobs. That's a Veteran C1 Lancer. Can't escape the Bob. Citizen's arrest. Nice job. Oh, and he was body blocking. How interesting. Okay, the Exo Medtech Vulcan Ball is going to come up and take this Vision Camp. Meanwhile, Hedgehogs R Us are going to... I said I wasn't going to follow them, but then I immediately follow them while they go to the Shadow Demons. Okay, we're going to see Hangar Bay? No, it's Mech Bay. Machine Lab, okay. No Hangar Bays yet, but we do see Vulcans come out on the side of Dewalt. It looks like both players are fine. Oh no, I almost said looks like both players are fine on 2 base, but looks like Dewalt has a third up, but Gramps already spotted that with his satellite dog. Oh man, these hedgehogs just walking through all of that firepower are gonna lose a ton of them. See one of the Veteran 3 ones escape alive. I don't know for how much longer though. Yeah, the offensive Nano Swarm works really well on hedgehogs just because of how much they bunch up. And yeah, looks like all that must have, well, was hopefully worth, all those Bob deaths were hopefully worth all those Hedgehog deaths, but we'll see. So I guess technically we're in a mostly mech composition now, since the medtech does count as mechanical as well as biological. It's taking hits, which is not something you want to see done. And yeah, alright, so Dewalt's just going to park those Hedgehogs there and let them heal up for a while. The really interesting thing is going to be what becomes of this third, or what becomes of the thirds in general. A couple of halves go down. Yeah, I think they're so far away, especially if your army's out on the map. I don't know if there's, unless you built up defense for them. They're going to be pretty hard to defend. One lone Bob wandering away from the pack gets picked off by the Hogs. Alright, Vanguard ball over there. Oh, we do see an evac. We don't see anything inside of it yet. I bet he's making an Atlas right now. Yep. Making an Atlas. A couple more barracks go down, and a couple of hangars going down as well. All on 2 base. Or, excuse me, 3 base. Never mind. I misspoke. I don't know why I still think they're on 2 base. But no, both economies up and running strong. Both, sprinting to all the tier 3 stuff, yeah. Central Command getting upgraded. Both Central Commands are getting upgraded at the same time. That's funny. Yeah, Dewalt, you've got all this firepower. Get out and use it. You gotta get experience on your boys. All those Vulcans getting experience at the same time sure would be nice. We don't see a lot that shoots up here though. There are a healthy amount of Hedgehogs that he will have to respect it. Definitely don't want those on the front line though. If air does show up, like if Hornets show up to harass the Vulcans. Oh, but the hit squad. Oh. Careful with that evac. Where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, the evac's going to take the speed camp. That's funny. That's very funny. That's actually pretty clever because the Exos fire and the projectile. I mean, it's not a projectile; it's a laser, right? Or it's so fast that no one can really see. You can't really dodge it. Meanwhile, the medtech and the Hedgehog projectiles can be dodged by getting loaded into the evac. Oh, this is gonna be a pretty brutal one, I think. Exo drop into the main. 5 Exos, 2 of them not firing. That's not good, bro. Get your Exos firing. You can be doing so much more damage than this. But I guess he doesn't want to do that since they're having a bit of a scrap, bit of a disagreement down here in the south. Alright, Dewalt needs to go home. Well, he's torn. Does he go home or does he deal with the enemy at the gates there? I guess he's just going to stay. Does send a Vulcan, but I don't know that well, yeah, I guess Vulcans do instant damage. They don't have a dodgeable projectile, as it were. There we go. Sentry post is up, getting healed by a couple of Bobs. Oh, but will it be enough? Nope. Alright. The annoying Exos plus evac are erased from existence. They no longer occupy a place in my memory. My computer memory. I mean, I still remember them. Alright, the medtech is going to take to the front line for some reason. And then, like, the third Matrix movie worth of Vulcans is going to happen. Yeah, there's another medtech evaporated. It's kind of a bummer. 2 Atlases here that do bonus damage against heavy are gonna... Oh, and they've got the upgraded Psystorm, like the little blue flame thing that happens up to the ground after they shoot. Which could be pretty interesting. I don't know how you really attack this position though. Like if you go air, they already have so many Exos here that are just ready to snipe any air stuff out of the sky. What he might do instead is say, okay, fine, if you want that center Luminite, take it. I'm going to go for your camp and then for your base. Actually, it might be smarter to not go for this camp at all. Instead, just go straight for the base because now you're telegraphing where your army's at. Yeah, see, now Gramps is pulling back because he knows that that big scary ball full of Vulcans is at his doorstep. He's got a couple of okay, he does 3 helicarriers. That's pretty nice. Bombing runs probably work better on like exo heavy compositions. Okay, but he's got, here we see Dewalt with a couple helicarriers of his own. Um, yeah, it looks like it's going to be the battle for Dewalt's 4th. Are we going to see a bombing run? We do, but he didn't have many bombers to begin with. Looks like the helicarriers are just going to go over there and auto-attack these Atlases, which are doing tremendous damage to the Vulcans. Oh man, so many Vulcans are so low. Where's the medtechs to beat that defensive nanoswarm? That is a lot of supply in Vulcans that is just vanishing. Oh. Alright, do you have a bombing run yet? Come on! Alright. Ugh. That was brutal. That was brutal. Okay. Just go home. Go home or get a repair-matic. Put a Bob inside of a sentry post. Get a repair-matic and start, like, getting HP back onto this, like, super mech-heavy composition. Oh my goodness. Repair. Repair is so good. It's free. Just repair. And thankfully all the hedgehogs are mostly gone, so we don't have to listen to all that, but... Okay. Looks like he's pushing forward and killing structures that won't shoot back now. Does seem to be the case, but man, that Vulcan at the very front is so low. Yeah, that bombing run taking out 2 Vulcans. Another bombing run takes out another one. It's just too much. You should have stayed home and repaired. 2 more helicarriers come out, but 3 helicarriers, 2 Vulcans does not an army make. More helicarriers is more better. That entire Vulcan army erased from the map. But the 4th survives. Or is that the 5th? Yeah, I guess that's the 4th. That is the 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man. He's getting the minerals. Well, I say minerals, Luminite. But he's also spending Luminite. Gramps is floating 1,200 in the bank right now. Which is quite a bit. I think he looks like he's also long distance mining because this one, his natural mined out and he hasn't built there we go. Now he puts a fresh command post down to get the double mining. Double Luminite mining going on there. We see a little satellite doggo, a sensor drone hanging out over that base. Okay, we're finally going to see the exo ball. Nope. I think Vanguard players are scared of making repair-matics or something. Like, that little AoE damage that the Lancers do is pretty good against clumped up units, such as the Bob also. But I decided to go for it, not chase, which was probably smart. It's going to take down this command post and all these Bobs. Yeah, Grandpa Bezos is heading supply, heading probably army. We don't see the split all that much. It's definitely floating a lot more money. It just needs to spend it. Look at all these. Look at all these barracks that just aren't doing anything. Like the hangars aren't building anything. The mech bay isn't building anything. Like build. You've got all this money. Build, build, build. Okay, now we start to see it going down a little bit, and now it's Dewaltos' turn to have not spent anything. Oh, and look at that. That's a pretty juicy clump of exos right there. Whoa. That was a little anticlimactic. Oh, man. Oh, the Hedgehog's just ripping through the helicarriers and Gramps. Does not have done much. Yeah, the exos are now bursting down these helicarriers. Bursting down Dewalt's helicarriers. 3-2, but the Hedgehog advantage goes to Dewalt. I don't know that I would want to be a helicarrier attacking into Hedgehogs. I did not realize they did that much damage that quickly to helicarriers. Maybe helicarriers are just like... Yeah, they've only got 720 health. For such a large unit, it's not a whole lot of HP. But that makes sense. You don't want your late game unit to be so invincible that it can't be hurt at all. Looking at you, battlecruiser. Bunch of offensive nano swarms go down, which is kind of cool to see. Seems very energy intensive, but it's fine. The helicarrier, whoa, helicarrier versus helicarrier looks pretty cool. They're going to exchange bombing runs, but with the exos underneath of Gramps' army, I think he wins. Alright, so we see Gramps' low health helicarrier get shielded. There we go. Wow, I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised. I thought the exo backup would have done a lot more damage, but Gramps is still clearly in the lead. He's ahead by what, 70 supply now? Old Luca D supply. He's gotta catch up. It looks like both sides are very therium starved. What happened? Oh yeah, this scrapyard got annihilated, didn't it? And then this one, oh, we can't see how much is left there. But yeah, the battle for every last bit of therium. That being said, they still have so many barracks. Like, why not turn out lancers? Like, it's a good meat shield. Use it as a distraction. Use it to harass bobs. Use it for anything. But it's interesting. So that bombing run did nothing. Why are they showing up as little ghosts? Oh, because they're stealth bombers. Gotcha. Those aren't. Am I just not seeing? Yeah, I think I'm not seeing the bombing effect. It's a bit strange. Because they certainly did damage. They certainly killed bobs, but the bomb special effect never happened. Excuse me. So sorry, guys. And it looks like both sides are going to be mining off of the exact same Luminite patch. That's adorable. No Bob on Bob violence, so just both going to happily have their time with Ethereum. And I think Dewalt doesn't want to attack Gramps' army up there just because he knows that he's got the smaller army right now. And if he attacks that Therium spot, it's going to get, well, I say that. Alright, so now Gramps knows well and true. Yeah, this enriched Therium patch is going to get taken down. All those bobs are going to be gone. Scrapyard's going to be gone. It's just a matter of time. Excuse me. Also pouncing on this expansion over here. The double Luminite expansion is a pretty big deal for Gramps to lose that. But now it looks like Dewalt's floating 2K Luminite, excuse me. Needs to spend some of it, but again, he's so starved on theory. Oh man, that is so many bombers. Alright, now I'll return to their carriers. The Pipers are going to go out here and tickle the helicarriers while Dewalt just sits here, and I guess the medtech is going to try and do its best against all these super damaged lancers. Helicarrier versus helicarriers, but Gramps has more. I say he has more, but these deployed hedgehogs are putting in work. And there's the GG from Dewalt. Man, what a cool game.